So, good morning, guys and girls. Last time I went to this location, I ran into some really serious problems with the drone. That the controller was shutting down completely, not being able to access it at all. I had to sort of land the drone and I had to power cycle the controller to be able to regain control. While I was on holiday, DJI released a new version of the remote controller firmware that was supposed to fix this. I went out down there in Italy, where we went, just to test out to see if that worked. And I didn't see any particular problems. But I promised you I would do some additional testing. In the meantime, DJI has released another firmware that is supposed to fix issues with the compass jumping around all over the place. Something that I didn't notice during my testing in Italy. So I thought I would sort of smack multiple flies with one clash and then go down to the same location where I saw serious problems and then test out the compass feature as well. This is, by the way, going to be my last chance to do some testing on the Mini 3 Pro, as DJI has requested to get the drone back here during the next week. So unless something really crazy happens here, this will probably be one of the last videos that I will do with the Mini 3 for a period of time. So the only difference compared to last time is that this is done in the morning and I will be starting my flight outside the car, even though that was not related to the issue that I saw. It was a pure app issue and not a transmission issue. I still had full control of the drone, even though I couldn't see it because the sun was in the back, which is not the case this morning. So let's get it airborne and see what happens.
The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Let's just go out here. So approximately the same distance as we were last time when we started to see issues. And right now I need to keep an eye on the controller signal because I'm basically facing the back towards it. That's a difference too. So I can maybe move to this location here. Oh, let me just see if I can put myself in a position so I can film myself. All right, so you have to live with that I'm facing a little bit on the side, otherwise you can't see diddly. Okay, so last time I was simply just flying out here. I was in a position like that. And suddenly the controller froze up and I couldn't really navigate anything here. So the only chance that I had was to press the return to home to get it back. So now it's actually complaining a little bit about the reception here. It says weak signal. Let's put it in here. That's actually a bit weak, the signal. So now the signal is back, which is nice. Let's just go and check whatever we have here. And the RC firmware right now is 01.01.03.0.0.0, which is the latest version. We're also running 169, which is the latest version of the DJI Fly app, as well as 01.00.02.01 as the latest RC firmware. It seems the issues that have been reported is mainly with this controller and not with the regular DJI, what is it called, RC-N1. Let me just try and go down here. Today I'm not using any filters, just for the sake of it, so you get the pure experience. So if I just move the cross here, you can see the center of the cross. This is approximately where I'm located on the shore here. And last time when we ran into problems, it happened after a period of time. So we need to sort of spend a little bit of time here to see if it would reoccur. I don't think it will. I do want to, hope that DJI would hire a lot more test engineers because this is getting kind of annoying. And the issues that we're seeing, it's not like pixel errors or like translation errors or stuff like that. It's really stuff that could make you run into some really serious problems if something like the UI fails and you're not capable of operating the drone. Let's just try and activate the compass here. That was one of the things that were reported causing problems. I know for a fact that if I fly in this direction, that I will go north. So this is how I like to set it up. So basically, when it's facing in this direction, that would be approximately north. And I'm located here to the side. So if I just turn around here, see, now the drone is pointing towards where I'm located. So all of that seems to be working. So let's just see if we can make it jump around like Gavin HR reported at some point. It was like the compass orientation was just jumping around all over the place. But this seems to be doing what it's supposed to. The blue triangle, that is the aircraft. That's right now pointing the nose towards where I'm sitting. I'm also pointing the remote towards the aircraft, which you can see by the little green triangle on top of the green dot. So if I move myself to this direction, you can actually see that the signal, the direction of the signal is being confused. See that? But when I point it towards the drone, it's not that stable. But when I point it towards the drone, everything seems to be like it's supposed to be. So it's green. So it's turning blue, apparently, when it can't really determine the signal direction, and green when we are pointing towards it. I hope that is at least how it works. I was supposed to know that part. Go on. So at least for now, I seem to be able to conclude that there was no issues, apparent issues on this short flight. And we try to replicate the same location as we had last time. Let me just try and go lower here. Back it out here. You see there was this gentleman passing me. I could hear him in the back. So I was kind of wondering if we had another episode coming up with confrontations here. So let's just circle a little bit here. Do like a manual point of interest. That's always nice. We have a lot of trees in between me and the drone. Yeah, there was a little bit of lagging there, but nothing serious. At least not for now. Let's fly back. So it's a beautiful place, this little harbor. I sometimes go here and do the barbecue with the family. That's a really, really good location for that. So the drone back safe on the ground, and I'm happy to reconfirm that I didn't see any new issues with the latest update that DJI provided. Those are pretty huge updates. They're like 850 megabytes of code that's being downloaded to this controller. So I wish DJI would spend a little bit more time in their QA department, or at least hire some of us as beta testers to make sure that everything works before they release it to you guys. It is a bit annoying that you run into these kind of problems, and some of them are to a degree that is so severe that it could actually cost you your drone. And I know DJI will probably replace the drone if it's their fault, and you can prove it, but it's still pretty annoying and pretty scary that you have to go through these things. Innovation is nice, and DJI is definitely innovating with these products, but spend a little bit more time on testing before you release it. Especially the combination where you control both the drone and the controller. That should be possible to submit to extensive testing. I understand the trouble about testing the whole ecosystem with Android phones, as there are so many Android phones out there. So testing every combination of these to make sure that everything works, that is more or less impossible. But in this case, you have the controller and you have the drone, so there's really no excuse. It's a few days since the release, so maybe you have encountered something that I didn't discover during my testing here. I didn't test active track and all that kind of stuff. I did that in Spain, and in case you want to see that video, I'll make sure to link that up somewhere here. If you have encountered something else, then let me know in the comments below, and I will see if I can test it or I can get someone to test it for me and do a follow-up video. As I mentioned, this one needs to go back to DJI in the coming week. I hope you liked this video. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to press the dislike button twice. Thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.